Hi, this is Drew Brashler. A couple of you guys have been asking about the graphic EQs that you can insert on the channels on the Behringer X32. So we have the X32 here today. And so I'm going to go ahead and do a quick demonstration of how to set this up and how useful they are and kind of how to navigate and get these things set up. So we're basically going to start from the home screen. So once you're here at the home screen, you're going to go ahead and navigate over to Effects. So then you're going to click the Effects button. And then the rotary knob right here allows you to pan through the different effects that you have, and then you can rotate this knob to select different type of effects for that one effects rack. So you'll notice when you kind of have your board here that you'll have all of your different effects on this side and then all of your graphic EQs on this side. The 5 through 8 are made for inserts. Effects 1 through 4 are made for doing like side chains, or you can also set them up as inserts. So today I'm going to be talking about the graphic EQs on this side. So we're going to rotate this knob over until we get over to channel 8. And then we can press edit. And so this is my graphic EQ on my stereo left and right send out to my PA. And so if you want to adjust any of these things, you basically just rotate this knob, and then you can adjust 160 up a little bit or down, and so we'll put this back to where it was. And then also a cool thing is if you press this rotary knob, it says graphic EQ on faders. We'll see that these faders will now go to these 8 knobs, or these 8 faders. So as you rotate this knob up here, you'll notice that these faders will move just a little bit as you get to the different spots. And so now you can control where you want your graphic EQ knob on the separate frequencies down here. So it's a lot easier to adjust down here. So you can see I'm moving this up and down. So that's how we adjust the EQ. So now let's go ahead and set one of these up on, say, our matrix 3 and 4. And so we're going to go ahead and press FX Home. So we're going to go ahead and press that button. And we're going to go ahead and use effects rack 7. So we're going to go ahead and select there. And so then these 2 knobs select where the EQ is coming from, and so where we are going to insert it on. So we're going to actually put this to a stereo EQ because I want both channels being the same. And so we're going to go ahead and select stereo graphic EQ, and then we're going to hit select. And then we're going to rotate these knobs all the way down to matrix 3 and matrix 4. So you can see that we have quite a few things down here. So there's matrix 3, and then we're going to press select. And then we're also going to go over and select matrix 4 with this one. Why matrix 3 and matrix 4, you say? Because that is my world send left and right. This is what I send to all of my video and 70-volt systems and all the delays for the foyer and everything like that. So now we go back up here. Once you've selected matrix 3 and 4, we're going to want to insert it. And so there's these two rotary knobs turn into just press buttons, so you can insert them as a group. And since it's stereo, it inserts them at the same time. So now we're going to go ahead and press edit. And so now we have our graphic EQ for our matrix 3 and matrix 4. And so now we can go ahead and hit graphic EQ on faders and go and select and say we wanted to boost the lows a little bit, so we could go ahead and boost the lows some, and then we were wanting to go over and boost some of the highs to get the high frequency in the recording coming through. And then we select this last knob. So that's a really bad representation of a EQ that you could do. But one cool thing that you can do with the graphic EQ on the faders down here is you can press, when you press the mute, it zeroes it. And so you can go through and if you've kind of messed up this stuff and you wanted to start from scratch, all you'd have to do is just press mute on each one of these buttons, and it will do the same up here. So we're going to go ahead and press the mute button, just like that. So that's how we go ahead and insert the graphic EQ on the matrix or the left and right or on a channel. Say you had a speaker and you've kind of used up all of your EQ on the channel and you were wanting to pull out a certain frequency. You could insert one of your EQs on that channel and pull out that frequency. Say you're having feedback right there. It'd be a little bit smarter to try and use up the equalizer. It's a little bit more narrow of a cue than this. But anyway, if you guys have any questions, feel free to post below. Thank you.